Hi, I'm Molly.
And I'm Jamie, and this is our From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast. As the owners of Hired Hand website software, we've been developing websites and creating internet marketing strategies for livestock breeders for the past 10 years.
The majority of our customers are involved in the breeding of registered animals, such as Texas Longhorns, Highland cattle, horses, and white-tailed deer, where the pedigrees are very important. The From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast examines many of the differences in raising pedigreed livestock for maximum profit. Join us and learn what we're covering today.
Today we're talking with a gentleman that has been involved with the NETLA Sale for quite a few years, but this year is the first year that he has taken it over. So we're going to talk with him and we're going to get some details about the sale and the animals and everything that they do that weekend. So let's go ahead and bring him in. Well, welcome, Nelson. Thanks for joining us today to talk about the NETLA Sale.
Hello.
You've been going to the NETLA Sale for many, many years, but I believe this is the first year that you're in charge of the sale.
Yes.
And so can you give us a little bit of information about like the date and the location?
The date is going to be June 3rd through the 4th. And it's at Lebanon Valley Livestock Auction, 237 Freeport Road, Lebanon, PA 17046.
Perfect. Can you give us a rundown of the schedule, what's going to happen each day of the event?
Okay, so June 3rd, we're going to receive the cattle from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call Nelson Hearn at 484-638-0228 for any other accommodations. Then at 6 o'clock p.m., we will have a barbecue dinner with ice cream, soft ice cream, for all the consigners and people there viewing the cattle that evening. June 4th, the sale starts at 10 a.m. prompt Eastern Time. First will be the donations to the NETLA Youth. Then, as lot 0, there will be a PNC hay feeder that got donated from PNC for the NETLA Youth that will get sold before the cows. We do have haulers lined up to get your cattle to you anywhere across country. The haulers are Dwayne Dismore, Jay Walker, Nelson Hearn, Dan Grove, and Liz Huntsbury. You can contact me again at 484-638-0228 to get these people lined up to haul your cattle, or if you have their number, you can feel free to call them, yourself.
It's great. Sounds like a fun weekend and a tasty weekend too. I can't wait to try some of that ice cream.
Oh, it's good. I tried it already just to make sure.
Oh, good. Quality control.
That's right. And I had the barbecue dinner that this guy's doing too, and it's fantastic.
Perfect. Can't wait. So the host for the sale every year is NETLA, which stands for Northeast Texas Longhorn Association. Do you want to talk about the association a little bit?
The association is an affiliate of the ITLA, which is the International Texas Longhorn Association. And we're on the East Coast. And the NETLA group is one of the biggest affiliates on the East Coast. So we do about between 8 and 10 shows a year here on the East Coast. And then we raise money for our youth. And at the end of the year, when the championship show is with the ITLA, we divide that money up between the youth that are going to the championship show and let them use that as their cash or what have you to get them there, get their cows there. However they want to spend it, that's their deal. So that's why and NETLA is big on promoting the youth. I got voted back in as president for 2022, and my goal is to build the youth and also build NETLA members. And through the sale this year, we build NETLA up with another 25 members through the sale already. And we built the NETLA Youth back up to, there's 12 new girls or guys, boys coming, on board showing cattle. So that's basically NETLA on what we do. We go around to different fairs around here, show our cattle, the Longhorns, and we have our own NETLA show, which is coming up after the sale. And besides going to other shows that we can all attend.
I know that we've been at some previous sales, not necessarily NETLA events. This is our first NETLA event, but some of the other events that you have on the East Coast. And I know that the NETLA kids are always there with some sort of home baked goods, selling them to raise money. So it's always fun to see that.
Yes, we also do the breakfast and lunch at the Cherry Blossom sale and the East Coast sale. Mm-hmm. And for their fraternities, and all that money gets, put towards the youth. We look at getting a lot of the stuff donated. A lot of our own breeders, Longhorn breeders will donate, the meat and buns and so forth. So a lot of it's all what the NETLA youth make is all profit pretty much, that goes towards their kitty to get them to the championship show. And the NETLA youth must work to stand. So it's not like they're out, playing around or playing ball or whatever, they're working, helping to make food, help serve food. I am a firm believer to make them earn it, so that's how we run that show.
That's great. So this weekend, what will they be selling this weekend for those?
This weekend, the NETLA youth, it was a great deal here with this auction. They have a restaurant that they're letting the youth borrow. So they will be doing a breakfast. They come up with, a couple different platters with like pancakes. It's pancakes, fried potatoes, eggs, choice of meat, which we're going to have bacon sausage patties and scrapple. This is something different. They also have just breakfast sandwiches that they're making. Everything is going to be homemade, nothing bought and thrown in the microwave. This is all going to be all like home cooking. And then they also will be serving lunch, which will be burgers, hot dogs, French fries, and so forth. They will have drinks on hand, different kinds of drinks to sell. Another thing that we're doing is a silent auction, things that got donated. And that money also goes towards the NETLA. A lot of neat things got handmade and donated to the NETLA for this auction.
Oh, that's great. Well, I look forward to seeing them, and I'll be sure to check out what they're serving this weekend. It's
a big list. They call it the cowboy platter. They got a cowgirl platter. They come up with some neat little things to draw people's attention to the food menu.
Love what you're hearing? Be sure to check out our Pickup Truck Confessions. It's a video series where we hop in the truck or rental car and interview a variety of breeders about what drives their passion for their livestock, how they got started in the breed of their choice, marketing tips, and more. And now, back to the podcast.
You want to run down and maybe let people know what the sale day staff looks like, so if they need to get a hold of anybody during the sale or this weekend, they know who to contact.
Okay, they can contact Nelson Hearn at 484-638-0228 or Dwayne Dinsmore at 240-329-8885 or Liz Huntsbury at 240-291-1958.
And who's the auctioneer for your sale this year?
Our auctioneer is Dan Huntington, one of the best in town for running this Longhorn auction. I got a lot of faith in Dan. I've seen him work other auctions, and he does a super job.
And the pedigree reader for the weekend
will be Bear Davison.
Okay. And then do you want to give any shout outs to the barn crew or the ringmen or bid spotters?
Yes, the ringmen will be Joel Miner and Sean Peccano. The bid spotters will be Jay Walker and Nelson Hearn. In the back of the barn working the cattle will be Larry Oswald, Robert Oswald, Remington King, his brother Quentin King, and Kevin Bond will be back there working also in the back of the barn to run these cattle through and return back to their pens.
Nice. So do you have any sales sponsors that you want to mention?
Yes, I got a whole list here, and if it wasn't for these people, we would not be able to hold this sale that we're going to hold this weekend. These people went above and beyond to make sure that we could have a nice sale, on the East Coast here to help everybody out. So here are the names, and I'm going to mention every one of them because every one of them is a breeder of Longhorns. And also we got some other people that don't even have Longhorns that were willing to step up and give a nice contribution to sponsor our sale. So here we go. Ken and Jessica Morris, Who's Your Longhorns? Larry and Ashley Moser, David and Retta Henry, Steve and Tina Anderson, Ryan and Brandy Smith, Ricky and Sandra McLeod, Nelson, Tammy and Adriana Hearn, Kyle and Leah James, Dustin and Jerry Martin, John and Christine Talley, Rob and Marcy Fenza, Liz and Cassidy Huntsbury, ABT Transport, Mark Rio Pallets, Lloyd Esch, Kevin and Kathy Bond, John and Suzanne Moxley, Henry Detweiler, Hank Hesley, Jay and Susie Walker, and PNC Shoots and Feeder Company.
That's quite the list. That's awesome.
And they all did, great contributions towards this. Again, like I said, NETLA in the whole wants to thank everyone that sponsored to be able to make this sale happen and to be able to have Dan Huntington as our auctioneer and Hired Hand Live to have our cattle, across, previewed across the country and help get bids that people can't, make it to the sale. And it's awesome.
Oh, that's great. All right, so let's start talking about the consignments a little bit. How many consignments do you have in the sale this year?
We have 55 lots.
Are there any standout lots that you want to talk about or mention?
Last night, I put it this way when I was talking to Adriana. This year, it's hard to pick a standout consignment because NETLA and their people, the consigners, stepped it up this year with the quality of cattle that is coming to this sale from A to Z. It would take me a long time to sit down and just figure out which one I would want to, that I would definitely have to have. This year, out of all the NETLA sales I went to, I feel we have the best lineage of breeding cattle ready to go to your home and fit in anybody's herd and progress for them. Between heifers, cows, and I think we got 3 bulls that have good lineage behind them and will make a great herd sire for somebody.
Are there any subs or scratches that you want to make people aware of?
Yes, there is 2 scratches. Lot number 24, lot number 16 are scratches.
Okay.
Sublots, there is lot number 9, which is a sub, lot number 10, which is a sub, lot number 32, which is a sub, and lot number 49.
And then I believe Sean Collins also has a couple subs, which he sent us a little bit earlier today. And that's lot 34 and 55. So we have them updated on Hired Hand Live for anybody who's interested in going and checking out and seeing what Sean Collins has selected for his sublots. So Nelson, what do you look forward to the most about this sale?
This sale, I look forward to meeting new breeders, which I hear are coming. Seeing other breeders from all over the East Coast pulling in and just to talk Longhorns and having a good time, and good food there, looking at great cows, and a strong sale for the NETLA this year.
So I know we talked about how you've been coming to the NETLA sale for many years, and this is your first sale first year being in charge of the sale. Do you kind of want to talk to everybody about when the NETLA sale started and how long you've been attending?
I've been attending it for 10 years now. So I guess it would have started. So this is our 16th one. Mm-hmm. And we didn't have any the last 2 years because of the COVID stuff. Mm-hmm. So that puts us back, when to start it. But when I started attending it, just sort of went to see what it was all about. And because I was just getting into the Longhorn cows then. Mm-hmm. And so we started attending, then I got on the board, and then, with the NETLA, and then involved in helping out back, run some of the sales. And then this year they put me in charge of taking the whole thing on. And it's been a job. I never realized how much work you had to put into putting a sale on, but it's a lot of work. A lot of nights where, especially this week, where there's sort of sleepless nights because you're just hoping that everything comes together, that the consigners are happy what they get for their prices, for their cattle, and that everybody had a good time. That was my goal when I said I would take this over. And my goal was to, again, bring it up to speed with these other sales as far as having better quality cattle, and also having Hired Hand Live and Dan Huntington as our auctioneer.
So last question, for those people that are coming from out of town, are there any local activities or restaurants or suggestions that you have for things that people could do while they're visiting and before the sale?
Yes, there is Hershey Chocolate World, where you can actually tour. They'll take you through and show you how they make all the Hershey candy. If Hershey, so if you have Hershey candy in your area and you don't know how it was made or this and that, you can go right there and they'll take you a tour. You got Hershey Park right beside it. If you want to go on rides and water rides and stuff like that. There is some local wineries. We got Hollywood Casinos, which is close by there. Hershey Outlets, if you want to shop. We got Crystal Cave that you can tour. We got a Cabela's within a half hour of the sale barn. You can go to Cabela's. We got Indian Echo Caverns, which is another tour place in Hershey. I think that would keep everybody pretty busy there for that list.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds like there's lots of things to do outside of the sale once people are through with the sale, or maybe if they give themselves a little extra time to get there. Well, is there any last minute things that you want to say about the sale coming up?
The last thing I want to say is thank you to Hired Hand for all the work that you're putting into this too, to help make this a successful sale. And thank Dan Huntington for coming to auctioneer for us. Thank all the sponsors again for sponsoring this sale and just going above and beyond what they did with their contributions for the sale. And thank you to everybody that consigned great cows and heifers and bulls to this sale. I can't say it enough other than thank you, everybody. And we look forward to seeing everybody. We look forward to having a good time. and good prices. This price has been strong throughout the year at all these cow sales. So I think it's going to be a good year and a good sale.
Well, sounds great. And we look forward to seeing you this weekend.
All right. Thank you, Jamie.
No problem. Thanks for taking a little bit of time to join us today.
No problem.
See you soon.
All right. See you.